Peace and love, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming to Read and Learn with T. Marie. You know that's me. And we are back with another reading of the Holy Bible today. And continuing on with the third book of Moses called Leviticus. And we're continuing on with chapter 5. Okay. I read chapters 1 through 4 last video. And really depressing, kind of depressing chapters that I read there because it was just pretty much describing in depth all of the sacrifices to be done when you sin, for a sin offering, a peace offering, and a burnt offering or whatnot. Um, there's like there's like different ways of it. I kind of didn't really have a chance to write down and study some of these things like I wanted to, but I know that there is like a difference between each. Like I think a burnt offering is when they bring the whole animal to they burn the whole animal, and then like the peace offering is like when they get like the inwards of the animals, like their kidneys and stuff like that. I could be wrong on what I'm describing here, but I know it was something similar to that. Um, something similar to that. I did kind of write a little something down here last night that I kind of studied on it, like the kind of like the regulations and the rules of how to sacrifice, like depending on like who it is. Like for example, if it's a anointed priest, they if it's an anointed priest that does sin, then they have to bring a young bull without blemish, and they have to pour the blood and the fats down the altar for the Lord. And then if it's the whole congregation, they all have to bring a bull and pour the blood and the fat down the altar. And if it's a ruler who sins, they specifically have to bring a male bull, and the priest has to apply the blood and the fat down the altar. So if a ruler sins, then the priest just gets drug into it, huh? Guilty or not, the priest has to suffer the consequences too of the ruler's sin. I think that's wild. And then for also the common people, they have to bring a female goat or a female lamb without blemish. And again, the priest has to apply the blood and the fat down the altar. So those poor priests that just get included into somebody else's sin is wild. That's wild work to me. Um yeah, just a bunch of animals, poor little babies just getting slayed and laid, and you know, we learning how to cook in chapter 4. I think it was chapter 3. Oh, 3. One of those chapters we're learning how to cook. God said, "You better put some seasoning on that stuff, okay?" He said, "We ain't getting no unseasoned chicken out here. Season that chicken, baby. Season it." And yeah, just it was a little sad reading those chapters for me, just because I'm like these poor babies. But I guess that's why God has his purpose for bringing the fowls and the animals like that for purposes like this to they're used for sacrificial use, I guess. I guess that's what he made them for. It makes me think back, this kind of stuff makes me think back to my childhood a little bit because I used to see like I used to live in an apartment complex, and there used to be these group of kids, right? They used to do stuff like this with cats. I was young, probably like, 9, 10, 11. I would see these guys. They were like kind of like those gothic children, they always listen to like the heavy metal rock music you know, and whatever. They would do these things with cats. I remember seeing one time them having like a cat in some circle, like they drew this circle and they did some really crazy things to these cats, and it was a normal thing that they did. I just remember that. And my dad, he would be like, stay away from the that's some devil worshiping. And yeah, rightfully so, I believe like that was some evil stuff. Fast forwarding to now, reading this, it's like, was it really devil worshiping? Or were they just kind of mocking something that was in this here book, just with a different animal? It makes me things to make you go, But you know, tomato, tomato, the devil was also an angel, so maybe it's the same, one and the same, I don't know. Somebody maybe help me answer that question for me. I don't know. But all right, so we're continuing on with chapter 5. Chapter 5, I'm going to keep it short, keep it cute today, just because I do kind of want to go home. It's supposed to be a super hot, blazing day today, and I want to beat the heat, you know what I mean? So I hope everybody out there is doing good, woke up on the right side of the bed or getting ready to lay down on the right side of the bed, whatever the case may be, whatever time frame that you're on, staying grounded, staying centered, eating good, drinking some good water, and just, staying focused and aware of everything around us because that is really important right now. I really feel like our heads just need to be on a swivel 24 hours, We are in some tough times right now, and I just feel like prayer is needed from everybody, even the non-believers. Pray in whatever that you believe in and keep praying. Just keep doing it. Whatever you believe in, we need it. Okay. So yeah, that's my little rant in my childhood history there. All right, so let's do this. I think I'm only gonna let's see. Let's see. I'm only going to do 2 chapters today. Okay, I'm going to do chapter 5 and 6. Okay, I'm putting my foot down on that. Okay, just keeping it short. All right, so chapter 5. And if a soul, let me start that over. Chapter 5. And if a soul sin and hear the voice of swearing, and it is a witness whether he hath seen or known of it, if he do not utter it, then he shall bear his iniquity. Or if a soul touch any unclean thing, whether it be a carcass of an unclean beast, or a carcass of an unclean cattle, or a carcass of an unclean creeping things, and if it be hidden from him, he also shall be unclean and guilty. Or if he touch the uncleanness of man, whatsoever uncleanness it be, that a man shall be defiled withal, and it be hid from him, when he knoweth of it, then he shall be guilty. Or if a soul swear pronouncing with his lips to do evil, or to do good, whatsoever it be that a man shall pronounce with an oath, and it be hid from him, when he knoweth of it, then he shall be guilty in one of these. And it shall be, when he shall be guilty in one of these things, that he shall confess that he hath sinned in that thing. And he shall bring his trespass offering unto the Lord for his sin, which he hath sinned, a female from the flock, a lamb or a kid of the goats for a sin offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for him concerning his sin. And if he be not able to bring a lamb, then he shall bring for his trespass which he hath committed 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons unto the Lord, one for a sin offering, and the other for a burnt offering. And he shall bring them unto the priest, who shall offer that which is for the sin offering first, and wring off his head from his neck, but shall not divide it asunder. Wow, man. Oh, these are some tough chapters to read. Just very graphic and gory, really. And he shall sprinkle of the blood of the sin offering upon the side of the altar, and the rest of the blood shall be running out of the bottom of the altar. It is a sin offering. And he shall offer the second for a burnt offering according to the manner, and the priest shall make an atonement for him for his sin which he hath sinned, and it shall be forgiven him. Like, I'm glad they kind of changed the rules on that, because really, if it's like, I would rather go to jail. I would rather be locked up in prison instead of doing all this. I'm glad they changed the rules up on that, man. Jeez, please. But if he be not able to bring two turtle doves or two young pigeons, then he that sins shall bring for his offering the tenth part of an ephah of fine flour for a sin offering. He shall put no oil upon it, neither shall he put any frankincense thereon, for it is a sin offering. Oh, wait, I don't know. I forgot my reading. Did I mention that we learn how to cook in this book too? I don't think I mentioned that when I was recapping, but yeah, we learn how to cook. God said put some seasoning on that stuff, man. Put some seasoning on that stuff. We ain't eating no dull lamb, or we ain't eating no dull rams. Put some Lori seasoning sauce on that thing, baby, okay? Listen. But wait, let me repeat that. Let me repeat this one. But if he be not able to bring two turtle doves or two young pigeons, then he that sins shall bring for his offering the tenth part of an ephah of fine flour for a sin offering. He shall put no oil upon it, neither shall he put any frankincense thereon, for it is a sin offering. Hmm. Then shall he bring it to the priest, and the priest shall take his handful of it, even a memorial thereof, and burn it on the altar, according to the offerings made by fire unto the Lord. It is a sin offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for him at touching his sin, that he hath sinned in one of these, and it shall be forgiven him. And the remnant shall be the priest's as a meat offering. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, if a soul come in a trespass and sin through ignorance in the holy thing of the Lord, then he shall bring for his trespass unto the Lord a ram without blemish out of the flocks, with thy estimation by shekels of silver, after the shekel of the sanctuary, for a trespass offering. And he shall make amends for the harm that he hath done in the holy thing, and shall add the fifth part thereto, and give it unto the priest, and the priest shall make an atonement for him with the ram of the trespass offering, and it shall be forgiven him. And if a soul sin and commit any of these things which are forbidden to be done by the commandments of the Lord, though he wist it not, yet is he guilty, and shall bear his iniquity. And he shall bring a ram without blemish out of the flock, with thy estimation, for a trespass offering unto the priest. And the priest shall make an atonement for him concerning his ignorance, wherein he erred and wist it not, and it shall be forgiven him. Oh, pause. There's another thing that I didn't write it down, but I read like because I was wondering like what's considered like an ignorant crime, back in those days. Pretty much it was like stuff that they really didn't know that was a crime. Like if they do something, I don't know what kind of example to give, but it was like stating if they didn't know that it was a crime, it's still a crime, ignorant crime, and they have to suffer the consequences. So it made me think back to Exodus, when when the children of Israel, they went to Aaron about making them gods, you know, about making them gods, and Aaron made that golden calf, with their jewelry and stuff like that. I think that would be considered like an ignorant crime, right? Because in my mind, like I don't think that they really intentionally meant to hurt somebody or start a war the way that they did. but they did. So in that case, if these rules were open, if these rules were already, you know, on back then, they would have had to do some sin offerings, right? Including Aaron. Yes. Aaron would have to, he would be the anointed priest, right? It would be the anointed priest and the whole congregation. They would all have to do it, right? Okay, I got sidetracked a little bit. Let me continue on. So, verse 19. It is a trespass offering. He had certainly trespassed against the Lord. Oh, that was it. That's the end of chapter 5. Wait, let me read those two one more time. And he shall bring a ram without blemish of the flock with thy estimation for a trespass offering unto the priest, and the priest shall make an atonement for him concerning his ignorance, wherein he erred and wist it not, and it shall be forgiven him. It is a trespass offering. He hath certainly trespassed against the Lord. Mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah. Bottom line, don't sin. If you don't sin, you don't have to do these really ugly things to these animals, these poor babies. Chapter 6, last chapter. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, if a soul sin and commit a trespass against the Lord, and lie unto his neighbor, in that which was delivered him to keep, or in the fellowship, or in a thing taken away by violence, or have deceived his neighbor, or have found that which was lost and lieth concerning it, and sweareth falsely, in any of all these that a man doeth, sinning therein. And then it shall be, because he hath sinned and is guilty, that he shall restore that which he took violently away, or the thing which he hath deceitfully gotten, or that which was delivered him to keep, or the lost thing which he found, or all that about which he hath sworn falsely, he shall even restore it in the principal, and shall add the fifth part more thereto, and give it unto him to whom it a excuse me, pardon me while I try to say this long word, and give it unto him to whom it appertinent. I know I said that wrong. Appertinent. I hope they don't say that again. In the day of the trespass offering, and he shall bring his trespass offering unto the Lord, a ram without blemish out of the flock, with thy estimation for a trespass offering unto the priest. And the priest shall make an atonement for him before the Lord, and it shall be forgiven him for anything of all that he hath done in trespassing therein. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, command Aaron and his sons, saying, this is the law of the burnt offering. It is the burnt offering, because of the burnt upon the altar all night unto the morning, and the fire of the altar shall be burning in it. And the priest shall put on his linen garment, and his linen breeches shall be put upon his flesh, and take up the ashes which the fire hath consumed with the burnt offering on the altar, and he shall put them beside the altar. And he shall put off his garments, and put on the other garments, and carry forth the ashes without the camp unto a clean place. And the fire upon the altar shall be burning in it, it shall not be put out, and the priest shall burn wood on it every morning, and lay the burnt offering in order upon it. And he shall burn thereon the fat of the peace offerings. The fire shall ever be burning upon the altar, it shall never go out. And this is a law of the meat offering. The sons of Aaron shall offer it before the Lord, before the altar. And he shall take of it his handful of the flour of the meat offering, and the oil thereof, and all the frankincense which is upon the meat offering, and shall burn it upon the altar for a sweet savor, even the memorial of it unto the Lord. And the remainder thereof shall Aaron and his sons eat. With unleavened bread shall it be eaten in the holy place. In the court of the tabernacle of the congregation they shall eat it. It shall not be baken with leaven. I have given it unto them for their portion of my offerings made by fire. It is most holy. As as is the sin offering and as the trespassing offering. All the males among the children of Aaron shall eat of it. It shall be a statute forever in your generations concerning the offerings of the Lord made by fire. Everyone that touches them shall be holy. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, This is the offering of Aaron and his sons, which they shall offer unto the Lord in the day when he is anointed. The 10th part of the ephah of fine flour for a meat offering, perpetual, half of it in the morning, and half thereof at night. In a pan it shall be made with oil, and when it is baken, thou shalt bring it in, and the baken pieces of the meat offering shalt thou offer for a sweet savor unto the Lord. And the priest of his sons that is anointed in his stead shall offer it. It is a statute forever unto the Lord. It shall be wholly burnt. For every meat offering for the priest shall be wholly burnt, it shall not be eaten. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron and to his sons, saying, This is the law of the sin offering. In the place where the burnt offering is killed, shall the sin offering be killed before the Lord. It is most holy. The priest that offered it for sin shall eat it. In the holy place shall it be eaten. In the court of the tabernacle of the congregation. Whatsoever shall touch the flesh thereof shall be holy. And when there is sprinkled of the blood thereof upon any garment, thou shalt wash that whereon it was sprinkled in the holy place. But the earthen vessel wherein it is sodden shall be broken. And if it be sodden in a brassen pot, it shall be both scoured and rinsed in water. All the males among the priests shall eat thereof. It is most holy. What about the women? The women don't get to eat. So this is just the males eating? What about the women? They don't get to eat. And no sin offering whereof any of the blood is brought into the tabernacle of the congregation to reconcile withal in the holy place shall be eaten. It shall be burnt in the fire. Oh, that's the end of chapter 6. And I'm stopping there. That's enough. These chapters are so short. Oh man, I want to be done with killing animals here. I really do. But it's just nice to know. I do like the structure of things though. Like, just pretty much the cause and effect. If you don't do this, then you don't have to do that. If you do this, you have to do this. So it's pretty much because if they didn't have this, then I can just imagine the world just wilding out, no direction, no rules. It will be just like a classroom of preschool children, or and worse, a high school classroom with no teacher, no supervision, or that high school classroom with the timid substitute teacher, and everybody just walked all over him. Yeah, that's what it would be like if there was no structure like this. We have to. It's I guess this is a way to be scared straight. Yeah, that's what I'm getting out of it, because it's definitely scaring me. Like I said, I'd rather go to jail than to do all this. I'd rather get locked up. Don't even let me out, because if they let me out, then there's a possibility that I gotta go kill a ram and put some blood on my fingers, and I ain't trying to do that. No, thank you, Lord. No, thank you. So that was it for those Holy Bible readings. I hope you guys enjoyed those readings. If you do, please like, subscribe, share with a friend or a family member. Comment your insights on the video, and let's study these together, okay? And in the meantime, peace and love, and I will see y'all on the next video.